Trail of Tears by Vanessa Rodriguez and Hannah Hudson. At the beginning of the 1830s, nearly 125,000 Native Americans lived on millions of acres of land in Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina, and Florida, land their ancestors had occupied and cultivated for generations. As people began moving west and looked for land to settle in, more and more Native Americans were forced to move. Things were not really serious until the arrival of President Andrew Jackson. Subsequently, state governments joined in this effort to drive Native Americans out of the South. Several states passed laws limiting Native American sovereignty, rights, and encroaching them on their territory. In new cases, such as Cherokee Nation v. Georgia in 1831 and Worcester v. Georgia in 1832, the Supreme Court upheld that the Native Americans had the right to their land. However, Andrew Jackson had long been an advocate of what he called Indian removal. In 1830, he signed the Indian Removal Act, which gave the government the power to exchange native-held land in the Cotton Kingdom east of the Mississippi for land to the west. In the Indian colonization zone that the United States had acquired as part of the Louisiana Purchase, in 1835, a few self-appointed representatives of the Cherokee Nation negotiated the Treaty of New Echota, which traded all Cherokee land east of the Mississippi River for $5 million, relocation assistance, and compensation for lost property. Many Native Americans felt betrayed in this deal. By 1838, about 2,000 Cherokees had left their Georgia homeland for Indian territory. President Martin Van Buren sent General Winfield Scott and 7,000 soldiers to expedite the removal process. By 1840, tens of thousands of Native Americans had been driven off their lands in the southeastern states and forced to move across the Mississippi to Indian territory. The federal government promised that their new land would remain unmolested forever, but as the line of white settlement pushed westward, Indian country shrank and shrank. In 1907, Oklahoma became a state and Indian territory was gone for good.